The New Year's always brings with it the hope for us to be able to sort of turn a new page in life, start a new chapter. You know, it brings with it the promise of restart, new beginnings. And obviously, that is one of the things that has led us to, many of us at least, to make these resolutions and promises. And even though many of the resolutions and promises made often go unfulfilled, I think the exercise, this annual ritual that we put ourselves through, nevertheless betrays the fact that we recognize there is always room for improvement. On the 1st of January, we celebrate Holy Name, or in other words, in the Jewish tradition of Jesus' day, 8 days after a baby is born, a male child, that child would be circumcised and the child would be given his or her name. Perhaps tying the two together as we start the new year, perhaps a useful thing to do is to ask ourselves, who am I really? You know, who are we as a community? Who are we as a nation?
What are two spiritual guides for coming New Year? Well, we're body and soul, so just as maybe we feel like we've ate a little bit too much, or we're going to visit to our doctor because of diabetes or hypertension, we also have a soul. And when we build up the vice and maybe can't resist those temptations, just like we do with good yummy food that we should eat, we also can make a resolution to make amends. With confession, read the scripture more, maybe make certain decisions in our spiritual life to be more intentional in being a Christian. And secondly, another spiritual resolution actually is, because of the incarnation, our spirituality involves time and relationships in our families. And sometimes relationships get tough. And so I would say a good resolution for 2026 is perhaps repair one relationship that has been broken. Reach out to that person and say, I'm sorry, forgive, this, and work towards peace that way.